Alright, hey y'all, it's Pizza Hulk. We're back here today in the lawn dart. Poor Astrid, I don't know if you heard that, but she's a little hungry and a little thirsty. Oh boy, in fact, you know what, let's just, I'm not even gonna look, we're just gonna grab it.
This'll come in handy.
Oh, it didn't look good. Okay. Anyway, how you guys doing? Hope you're out there having a good day. Hope you're doing what you want to do. I hope it's going well. Pete's having a good day. Well, yeah, I'm here playing the lawn dart around the usual time that I do. We're going to see how the stream goes. We've been having some issues. If it cuts out, I want to thank everybody that watches my videos, subscribes, and likes.
This'll come in handy.
Just in case the video dies, I want to get that out there. That's amazing. Is that another part? Fantastic. We'll take that for sure. Alright, so we were here to get exactly what I just picked up, that fuse. Get the parts so we can get the tails bunker.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
In Mountain Town, in Milton. I want to go ahead and do that while I am out and about. And the reason I want to get back to Mountain Town is because I've got a moose hide that should be cured by now. And I want to get back there and make the moose hide back. I think it's time. Now, I originally came here just for that, but I was also kind of curious to see if we could find Barb's rifle. Found Barb's rifle, so we'll leave that here. That'll be good. I'll have a rifle here when we come back. Let's pop in the lockers and start looking around. What do I need? What do I need to drop off? Alright. Got all the fuses, the wires. We'll take a little extra scrap metal. I swear I had more than that. But apparently not. Oh well. Alright. Let me double check. Make sure it wasn't like, I'll leave them here in the locker because it'll be cool. Alright. Well, I got what I need. Is pretty much the main point. We're going to head back now because I was trying... We got a moose here. The moose happened to actually... Here, let's go outside. Show up at the coastal town site, which is kind of, you know... I was literally in the last video, I was like, you know, making jokes. As I came into town, I was like, yeah, you know. I was looking for a deer because I wanted to make some pies so I could have some better carry weight. And, he happened to be in town, I got a couple shots at him, and he ran off into the ice. Then he came back very aggressively. Alright, let's see this way. Anyway, we got him over here. I tried, so I started the video today, and I was like, you know what? Let me just pop out, clean up that moose. And y'all, the first time we tried to clean up the moose, a blizzard. And I'm like, every time I try to clean up a moose, a blizzard. I popped out. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and just clean it up before I start the video. Boom, blizzard again. I kid you not. However, in one of these houses, I think hopefully this one, I do have the skin and guts. So I got enough for another moose hide. Anything I could make a coat or a bag. And she is 12% cured already. Guts are curing. Yeah, I guess I didn't really search this place. We'll do that before we leave. Be nice to get another coffee. But yeah, I was like, man, no. Because if I want to spend, basically, if I wanted to clean it frozen, it's going to take a couple hours.
I think I can use this.
I think I can use that. And if I want to thaw it and clean it up, it's going to take a couple hours.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
I'm actually mildly concerned about another blizzard. If I'm being truthful. All the liquid and calories we got a little bit of water, but not much. Well, I'd rather just go ahead and gather up all this stuff at once.
I think I can use this.
Wow. Mm. That's a really good find. I wouldn't mind wearing that out of here, actually. It's nice to have some of these, but I think there's two of them with the living room fireplace set up. It'd be fun to decorate one of these. Alright, double triple checked everything, let's go. Lots of cloth too. Oh, I should have grabbed the water from the toilet. But let's see what the weather's like. Gonna go from there. We'll drop off some of this stuff back at the town site. I might peek in this other little house, see if I robbed it yet.
Drop any of this gear.
But anyway, yeah. Sure. Anyway, yeah. So again, I tried. I don't even know if they got any cook time on them. I don't know. Anyway, tried to cook some steaks and clean the moose up, but game is like, oh, you're cleaning a moose. Oh, jeez. Time for a blizzard. 2 blizzards in a row. Now this is the immersion run. It's a mix of like kind of all the different levels, pilgrim in some aspects, interloper in others, but mostly
Well,
stalker.
this stuff will come in handy.
I think more of an interloper loot table. For that, I can get an expedition jacket. It's just going to be pretty rare. You can get snow pans, but you might only get one. Now, with RNG, you might get
I'm not
four.
sure I
You
can
never
carry
know,
much
but
more.
overall, things should be... Most cabinets should be empty like this. There shouldn't be too much laying on the ground. The weather is not kind. The blizzard, the second blizzard that came, lasted pretty much all night.
Hope nobody needs
There!
this anymore.
Alright, that's what I was really hoping for. Worth coming in here and doing this. This time we'll grab the, ooh, a nice big pot of toilet water. Good. Mending kit, mending kit. We're sloshing around, we got so much water. Control. 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 So again, it makes finding that coffee and anything really just a lot more fun. Now I've talked about this before, you never know in the long term
I'll take it.
what can happen. You might have a POI that really is just chock full of stuff. You might have a whole region that basically supplies you with most of the things you need.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
But most of the time things are going to be pretty bare bones. Yep. Anyway, I was saying in the last video, you know, we got a decent amount of houses up. So lots of places to loot, lots of cloth. Lots of goodies. And there's still places we haven't even been to and explored. But, you know, I briefly was kind of like, well, I could go to Desolation Point. There's a good chance I'll find more fuses and wires that way. But I really just want to concentrate at this point on getting back to Mountain Town. It's time to go. Now, this wasn't even part of the plan anyway, right? Kind of a little random side mission that presented itself. Yeah, I don't think I can go this way. So yeah, you know, I'm lucky. I'm glad. Hey, the spare moose side and the guts alone is absolutely worth it. But now it's time to think about getting out of here. I was kind of contemplating like. I'm just gonna head out, like cross the ice in the road or whatever.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
I could go a back way and hit some cabins and some trailers and a few things, but I mean, Barb's rifle is here. I've got tons of. I just picked up like a couple boxes of tools and everything. Getting a set of fine tools here is, you know, something I'm gonna want to do. But we gotta hacksaw, a pry bar. Thanks, I just picked up a couple boxes of tools. And I'll bring some from Mystery Lake, the good kind, when we head back from there. So, and I don't have to be totally lightweight to get out of here. But it certainly wouldn't hurt. Do 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 do. Yeah.
Yeah, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
All right. Feel a little better about leaving that behind. It shouldn't be too long before we're back here, but you can't really say. Things are going to be 100% certain in the long dark. Again, I wouldn't mind wearing that coat out of here, but I don't think that's the move. A little concerned about food. Let's see if I have anything kind of like high calorie laying around. Alright. Looking good for the future. Got a little bit of firewood, a little bit of water. Speaking of which, how are we doing on thirst? Okay, we do have 1 cup of coffee, so. That'll work. Anyway, yeah, a little water inside, a little water outside. We've got the this probably not. Probably good on those too. It left a pistol and some other goods, hammer as well, up towards the fishing huts or fishing village, I guess. Now I don't like again. I don't mind being a little overburdened here. Power bar's good. Then we got a book. Yeah, we got a book. Wow, firewood situation is pitiful. Okay, I'm ready to go. Time of day doesn't really matter. I'm just hoping the weather cleared up a little bit. You know, the blizzards have been coming in the evening, so. But I mean, even if we get to the other side of coastal highway, I'd be happy. At least we'd be on the move. Alright, weather's not too shabby. We get this rabbit. I think I'm going to trade the rabbit for a piece of moose. And then we're gone. Yeah, I grab a couple pieces of moose. I don't have a ton of calories sitting around in Mystery Lake either. Yeah, everything pretty much hinges on that moose hide bag. I just really got to get this carry weight up. And worry about, you know, clothing choices later. I don't know if the weather affects the oatmeal, but I don't really need that with me right now. Should have dropped that off. Yeah, we got plenty of food. I'm assuming I'll drink a coffee at some point this evening, so that'll help with thirst. I got a couple sodas. I got some more water, so I think I got enough water to get back to Mystery Lake anyway. It's not too foggy. Probably be quicker to cut across the ice. I mean, I know it will. I feel bad about the moose. I mean, earlier in the day it was too windy to try to light another fire. The snow was bad. I gotta remember there's a couple places I didn't check the snow hut, like way out there in the middle. I don't think I got the one at the end over there either. And I think I hit one island, but not Misanthrope. Well, I do have some trades set up, and if I wanted to sit there and clean up that moose, I'd have the meat and some of the stuff I need for the trades. But I want to be here in this region, do some setup, have some wood, have some, you know, tarming and down, and all the different things you need to make the trades. So I can snap through a few of them in a row. So basically, again, the settings are a bit like I said, the weather's rough, it's colder, there's not a ton of loot around. I choose to believe that I'm the apex predator, especially since we've got rifles and pistols, which again I would think you'd be able to find pretty much anywhere. Particularly in rural Canada. I don't know what they're dealing. I mean, I thought Canadians definitely had shotguns too. I know they have stricter gun laws than we have here in the United States, but I also know that like there's a ton of hunting. From everything, hey buddy, from sport hunting to we need this food to live. So yeah, or it's their livelihood, you know. We're making some good time going across the ice like this. I was worried it was going to go complete fog, and I'd get scared and bail and head towards the land. I don't think I've ever really looked at these things in particular. I never really, and again, you never know. It could be like 5 more playthroughs, and then maybe a box shows up there. one of the fun things I think is about this game. Now, Interloper, the loot tables are like set. There's like 4 or 5 of them, which is good because it allows you to either learn or look up how to and where you can find them. And basically, it's based on the certain thing. Like, if you find a hammer here, and it's this loot table, it's not so much going to help you with where some chips are, right? Or whether a rope is going to be there or something. But at least let you know where, like, I think it helps with, yeah, the hacksaw, the hammer. Maybe where matches are? I feel that would probably be the most helpful. Hey, Burbs. Now, if you don't know who Bash Robe is, go check him out. And it's spelled Bash Robe, R-O-B-E. But yeah, they've done a video. Zach Nafane's done videos on the crows, and it's like a random event mostly. The trick is they can really only fly and fly by when the weather's clear. What's up, first dude? Moose spawn in the camp. Oh, where the radio is? Yes, we killed a moose there in the last episode. Actually, it happened. I walked up to the camp for the first time in this run and was like, by the way, there can be a random moose spawn in the camp. But as usual, at least for me, when I went to clean them up, a blizzard came. And then right before I started this episode, I was going to clean up the moose, and another blizzard came. Alright, so in this cabinet, we got a pistol, we got a hammer, we got some other goodies that we're going to leave here. Anyway, Doom, we're on our way back to Mountain Town, actually, to go make a moose hide bag. But now we have a moose hide sitting in one of the cabins out there in Coast of Town site, and 4 guts. I at least got that pulled off of it, a couple moose steaks for the ride here. But yeah, got a moose in Milton behind Grandmama's house, or Grandmama's house, and left that to cure to come look for parts for the antenna and tails back in Mountain Town. So I can run do that. And then I think I'm going to come back to Mystery. And originally I was going to come back here. I've got the tools from, what's it called? Zone of Contamination. And the radio from Forsaken Airfield already, so. I want to do a lot of building and a lot of trading. And focus on that in this room. But yeah, thanks for the moose reminder. Absolutely. I got very lucky. Again, I was sometimes a moose spawns here. I was actually getting ready to shoot a deer because I wanted to make venison pie. But then I heard moose and saw the moose, and well, need to take care of that. You know, I wonder. I think that'll be ready. I think the stuff for the Travoy is all sitting in mystery. So I might try to get that done. Before I head back to Mountain Town. But we checked all the little buildings right through here. We can just... I don't really have a ton of calories sitting around in mystery, I don't think. It's been a pretty laser-focused run to get the gear I wanted, get the knock out the story stuff I wanted, to get to a few places I wanted before I get to Coastal and start setting up the old, main and forever base. That's right. I'm king of the frozen landscape. A lot of tracks though. But he seemed alone. But we'll buggy up this ice river, cross the ravine. As long as it doesn't get too foggy, we should be alright. You know, I might go ahead and drink that coffee. Yeah, I'll wait just a little longer. You know what? We'll even have a little sip of water. Why not? We'll stay hungry. We could probably have a snack while we're here. There we go. Let's see. My good news on the way here, I did find a rope in the train crash and ravine, so I left that there. So I just need to bring a rope there to get into Bleak. And I think there's another set of tools in Bleak. And I think I'll have one set here in Coastal. I've really had fun the last time when I was building with Super Astrid. The, bases I was building in Pleasant Valley, but because Pleasant Valley is just broken, and the community center where I decided to make my base is the main place that's broken. I don't think we're doing that again. I really like Pleasant Valley, it was the main area for a base. It's basically just about as convenient as Mystery. Because of its proximity to Mysteries. But I think the main secondary base, just, again, I'll probably set it up in Mystery. What do I mean, broken? I'm not sure what that means. Ooh, whoa! And then, I would love to answer, but I really honestly don't know what you're saying. I appreciate you asking that. But we've got our rope back here. I don't even know that I moved it. I think it actually left it back where the train is, off the tracks. So yeah, I just need to bring one here. We'll get set up. Mystery. And again, I think that's probably where my big secondary base is going to be. I can't really think of anywhere else. I mean, it would be fun to build in Timberwolf at the cabin in Crystal Lake. I've done some videos and decorating there. I actually made a video that's like my favorite base. Oh, old base. Um, yeah, it's in another series. It's called Side Missions. So if you look at my channel, there's a playlist for The Long Dark, and
It's
then
getting dark out here.
on there is a series I did called, or that I do called Side Missions. It's basically just bits and pieces of different runs, different playthroughs. Not anything I do like this is a series with this one particular character. Side missions is kind of bounces around from different playthroughs that I have going on. Maybe not even stuff that people I'm using in the series, and Astro that I'm using in the series. That's what I was talking about. But in side missions, I have a base that I made in Pleasant Valley that I've got it all decorated. I got the bear skin, bed and the rug. I got a bunch of shelves built. I decorated it and set it up with all food and had some tables set up, different things. Just it was really nicely laid out. But when you leave the community center and when you leave the farmhouse, uh, excuse me, on PlayStation the game can crash. I believe on console as like any console. So that's why I pretty much abandoned that. And we're going to build here instead. We're going to build in Coastal Highway. That's what I was talking about earlier. We're going to build in Coastal Highway. We're going to build in Mystery Lake. And then I kind of want to build somewhere else. But yeah, I made my big base around the community center and the farmhouse. And then it ended up that they don't work. Just crashes. Quite a bit, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're playing on a system or where you're not having a problem, or you're playing on PC, then it's like, I don't think it's quite as big a deal happening as much. Let's see if we can skid along and get on the train without too much problem. You. Come on. This is so frustrating. It should be so much easier than this. Is it up the side here? Oh, come on. Oh. Can I go up the rock, maybe? Maybe that's the way to do it. There we go. Alright. There we go. Whew. Alright, we got deer carcass, so let those rose hips on the way here. I'm gonna leave them now. Poor Asterisk, she can barely take a step over a tiny hill. First stream says, okay, good. Glad I answered your question. Yeah, there's still a few bugs and glitches in the game that, haven't been fixed yet. I'm trying to mess with my brain, or remembering my brain box here. I believe, I do believe it's patched on PC. I don't know if it's patched on console. Last I checked, it wasn't patched for me. Anyway, it's not an issue. Like, whenever it started, I guess it was after the customization DLC came out that it started crashing and having issues. Just period with saves. A lot of birch. Then they got that fixed, and then we still have this glitch where, again, mainly it seems Pleasant Valley. This is where the big problem is. I'm trying to decide whether I might just crash, I guess. I guess we go to sleep at the camp office. Might also depend on if... I still got food. What's laying around at the dam, so... I mean, there's probably junk food and stuff there. The nice thing is I got a good amount of stuff already there, so when I bring it here, when I bring it to Coastal Highway, I'll have that there, and then like I was saying earlier, back at the fishing village, I've got a hammer and a pistol already there, so a lot of that stuff I can just leave behind in Mystery and come back and loot it later. But yeah, get the moose hide bag made, get back, set up Coastal. Oh, it crashed. Oh no. Oh my god. I've been playing Ark, and Ark crashes all the time. And I thought it froze. It's not. We're just going through a load screen. What? You only play for 700 hours to... Oh, hunt the cougar? Not build the base? Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, that's what's fun about games, man. There's so many different ways to do things and so many different ways to play them these days. Well, they're so versatile. That's why the Long Dark is so popular. There's just really, there's the No One Gets Out Alive challenge. They just did it's called the Pill Popping Challenge, where you had to take a stem or pain meds every day if you wanted to stay in the competition.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Nope, we can only get heavier, Astrid. Only heavier. I probably left scrap metal on there. Let me check the lockers real quick. But yeah, survival mode in Long Dark, I think, is one of the greatest kind of modes. And really, when you think about how old this game is, like over 10 years at this point, I think, they were definitely ahead of the curve on, having the custom mode available, having, the differences between the varying levels of the difficulty. So, like, on Interloper, you can't get the snow pants or guns, and you got to make your own hatchet and knife. It's coming with me. I don't want to drop off. You know what? Let's leave this here for now. It's like, obviously it's not as open-ended as Minecraft, but it's got that ability to just, you can focus on building this playthrough, you can focus on hunting cougars, you can focus on seeing how many moose you can kill in 30 days with a flare gun.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Astrid, I feel so bad, Astrid. I know, I keep blowing you up, yeah. Skadoosh. Ah, here we go. Let's bring that closer to home. Now, these. Oh, yeah, we were really only there for a couple days. Nice, that's good. Oh, that's right, stair rifle here too. Alright, we're looking really good. Hopefully weather sticks out, we go ahead and we head back to the camp and then we chill. Probably for the rest of the night and then on to Milton and on to the new side bag. Can't wait for the Long Dark 2? Yes, Black Frost. I'm looking forward to it as well. I'm pretty excited. There's a lot of speculation on it, you know. I definitely think we're going to see uh, more NPC stuff. For sure. I think it'll be a little more, and personally, I'm happy with that. I think there'll be a main kind of storyline like they did here, but I also think the survival side of it will probably be a little more populated. More than one trader, but a trader that you can actually like walk up to, interact with. I figure it'll be a little more like, your classic kind of RPG Radiant system. There's some people that give you some missions, you can trade some stuff with them. I'm curious to see how interactable they'll be and whether there's going to be like factions, because I feel like that's probably a very good chance.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
We've seen contaminated wolves, right? So obviously, we got contaminated wolves, we got the, what do you call them? I want to call them gray wolves. Timber wolves, sorry. They're gray wolves here. Timber wolves, roaming around on different maps now, which is fun. Terrifying when they roll up on you in like Broken Railroad and you're like, what? Like, this place isn't the most dangerous place. But I think they'll do some more variants, to go along with our, like, an Aurora wolf type situation. Maybe some new animals, too. Badgers, Wolverines. Yeah, exactly. And just like I said, I think, like with the trader, there'll be, there'll be a little story behind it. That way you're a bit entertained from the content. Okay, yeah. I knew there was some more important stuff other than this. Nice. Right. I think I'll leave those here for now. But yeah, like, let's say there's a person that you can run into that has, cooking supplies for whatever reason, set along their storyline, their character type, or whatever. Get out of here, dude. Um, or, you know, yeah, there's like a smith. Armor, you know, those kind of classic things you see in games. And again, I figured there'll probably be some story behind it too, with like the, you know, the traitor, vengeance from my brother, or maybe it's more benign. I think it would be fun if there was even like a little bit of like a community. So there was like a small little settlement, 3 or 4, maybe a little more people in it. But that's what I was wondering about factions too. Is it going to have little groups of people kind of vying for resources? If you help these guys out, do they help you with like weapons and clothing? If you help these people out, do they help you with, you know, food and medicine? Might be kind of fun. Now, if we get that exactly, who knows? But I think there'll be some variation in type of that. I think we'll definitely see more of people to interact with. I think that for sure, and I also think there'll definitely be at least one type of community, you know. Some kind of little faction or group that's out there that you can interact with it's more than one, you know, like a little town, like Fallout or something. You get a bartender that needs, you know, I don't know, pots and pans, alcohol. Whatever. Yeah, they got somebody deals with food, somebody deals with guns, somebody deals with, you know, clothing maybe. But in this one, we're just focused on, again, building and surviving as the apex predator in the game. We got guns, we got pistols. We shouldn't get harassed by a lone wolf every 100 yards. Now, if I've always said if they put sliders in this game, it would be great. If you could nuance it to a certain amount. So, if it's like there's a certain percentage chance if you've got 2 wolves, there's a certain percentage chance if you know, if you got 3 wolves, you're probably going to get it, you know, attacked, tracked, you know, all that stuff. If it's 2, maybe it's like 50-50. If it's 1, you shouldn't get bothered or harassed. Maybe if you have like a ton of meat on you or something. Because that's not how nature works, and that's not how wolves work.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Astrid, I think we can, but we'll do it in the morning probably. How late is it? Not as late as I wish it was. Oh, the bear skin's ready to get. Yeah, I think, and I know the sapling's in. Do I have any back here? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, let's drop the deer skin. How many days are left on this, though? Ooh. Is it like 2.5 days? Yeah. I mean, whatever. I'll have a true boy when I get back. That'll be nice. What's that going on? Scrap metal, I believe. Is that? What am I looking at? Cobwebs. I believe I have enough. I'm pretty sure I left enough back at the spot. We're gonna leave a couple though, or I'm gonna take a few with me. We do have a rope climb there, so I need to get below 77. I'm already thinking about backing up and getting back to Coastal Highway. But we do have some chores to do. In the in-between time. Alright. Like I said, I'm probably just going to sleep and pass time until morning. Dump off a bunch of gear and get out of here. I'm going to make a moose-eyed bug. Speaking of moose, it's what's for dinner. Nice. Yeah. We'll just play with time for a little bit. Get to the morning. Hopefully the weather's decent and gone. As quickly as I can be. Oh, weather sounds terrible. Well, let me sleep. Yeah, we'll just tap it out here. There we go. Educate. Educate. That's the. I'm so glad I said that. Educate ourselves. Got to get our education on. I really want that to work. My thinking is, I don't know if I have 4 saplings. It's about time to retire that bow. We'll just take the rifle for now. I'm under. We're not going anywhere too sketch, so we'll probably leave some of the firewood behind. Okay. Food-wise, calorie-wise, we're good to get to Mr. Milton. The bear and the cat. Yeah. Aurora bears are crazy. They look cool. They're fun. They're not a part of this run. At least, well, I mean, alright. I have played in passive mode with the animals on passive, that is. And been attacked by bears. They'll track you sometimes. Wolves will sometimes attack you out of the blue. Of course, if you shoot them or mess with them, try to steal their dinner, they don't appreciate that. At all. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this game is so big, and it like it's still fun because it still has a little bit of an indie feel to it, I guess. But its player base is so varied, it's so wide. I watch people who play, like I said, hardcore interloper, harder than interloper runs, no Goa and that kind of stuff, and I watch people that do pilgrim mode only. Or that's what I'm saying. Like the customization on this game, I wish it was a little more. Honestly, I wish like I said, it had some sliders on it. But I love games where you can build your own experience. So if I want to play Interloper tomorrow, and just drop myself in, no custom, no nothing, we hit the button and we go, right? If I want to set up a custom run that's Gunloper or, you know, Stalker but harder, or any of it, any of it. I think that's how like Nogoa kind of came about. The ability to just kind of do what you want to do. As you can see, our weather's brutal. This will be the third blizzard in 4 days. Well, it might just be a terribly snowy day. Well, you get those too. This is where you can kind of get in trouble. I know I got, yeah, I was going to say, I got some coal here. I'll pick up a couple of those. You might pick up some in the cave. But I'll save them for the return trip. I'm hoping it's only been a few days, actually. Let's say I came to Mystery. I looked around for spare parts. I did spend a couple days here. I mean, I explored the broken radio tower because I hadn't been there before. A couple of POIs. And then looked through the entire dam, including outside. So yeah, there might be some coal respawn. Maybe, you know, if there's not a bunch now on my way to Mountain Town, maybe it'll be there. How wet are we getting? Not too bad. I tell you what, it'll be nice to get that Mariner's Peak fixed up when we get back to Coastal Highway. That'll be a big plus. I think it might be deciding to go Blizzard. Yeah, there it goes. But I'm glad I decided to go for it anyway. I don't even know if I need to peek in the house. I might just go for the cave. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll go for the house. Oh yeah. I can read my book in here. Can't read it in the cave. We'll pass a little time. You know, and there might not be a blizzard on the other side. But we'll dry off and hang out in here. I was gonna say, I don't really think I left anything. I think I want to drop off. We don't need 2 packs of pills, I suppose. Oh yeah, I just want to get those gloves. They were getting wet where I'd left them. Not much, really. Okay, let's read. But yeah, the weather's going to be terrible. The loot, like I said, the loot. Oh, that was it, huh? The loot table is going to be really pathetic. Hey, there's a pound 10 I don't need. It's good that's there. Listen, you can never be overly prepared in the long dark. We break up the chair. Oh, that might have done it. Look at there. Cooking pot ready to go. Some firewood. Blizzard time, yes sir. Not too bad though. It couldn't have happened in a better place. At least, like I said, the last one, when I was trying to clean up the moose before I started the video, was all night. It was like before sunset all the way till pretty much sunrise. Weather is not my friend. And again, it's like it was like the stalker starting gear, which allows me to have the, the snow pants and the expedition coat, that kind of stuff. But the loot table is turned way down. So we found some snow pants. We'll see how it goes when we get to really looting. Gotta get the moose out. Gotta get that weight up. Again, I want to get decorated and set up in coastal, do some trading. And then, Pleasant Valley, Timberwolf Mountain, Ash Canyon. Get the backpack. In Ash, we'll get the plane crash, and Timberwolf. We'll scoot as much as we can back to Pleasant. And then come home to Coastal and just loot Mystery and Pleasant. For the gear, I will stash up and build up there. Not really even looking for coal. It doesn't look like there's any there. Like I said, it wasn't that long ago that I came through here. And this cave is one of the brightest caves. Let's save a little fuel. You know what you guys are missing? Cave. Yeah. Just take a right into more cave. Yep. Still cave. There you go. Snow. Blizzard aside, I mean, it'll be noon when we pop out, so it'll be warming up. Maybe we get a sunny day in Mountain Town. I wonder if I build a fire. I usually do. On this end. Yay, pizza! I'm gonna make a little coffee.
Come on, little fire.
Yes. Sleepy bears are good for long walks. Okay, I'll burn this. Probably didn't need to burn this. I gotta make a couple torches to leave here, though. Do we need? Nah, we don't need water. Which one's the lower one? There we go. Yoink. Yoink. Yeah, you don't really have to deal with predators in a blizzard. Although, they're near you when the blizzard starts. They will hang out and kill you. Yeah. Grab those. Yeah, let's cook. I think there's one more of these. We're gonna do that. All right. Nice. Even a little more set up. So we got. Oh, I did have some torches. Nah, whatever. They're there. There's sticks if I need them. I think we'll drop down, burn up energy calories that way, and then drink the coffee before we head up the other road. Now I'm curious, should I do what I always am saying I should do? And gather the harvestables in the in-between area, because like I never do it. Oh, weather's alright. Now my question is, so the weather can sometimes change when you go from, I started to say biome, when you go from map to map. Do we walk into blizzard number 5? Or 4? Yeah, 4. Maybe 4 and 4 or 5 days. Yay! No, the cattails aren't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the mushrooms and the rose hips down below the road climb here. I tell you what, though, finding the red underwears and the socks really helps on that warmth bonus. We got good gear on top. And again, because of the stalker base like, starting table, we got the snow pants, but I definitely say the underwears. And what's keeping me alive. At least I'm taking cold damage, like even on a day like today. What are we doing? 14, -18. So I mean, we're a nice 57 degrees. It's it's chilly. I got the pockets for it. I think I'm going to go for the harvestables down below. Why not? Finally do it. And again, we're going back to a 6-burner stove. We're gonna be here a couple days. It's gonna take a little while to get the moose hide made. Get back and forth to Hush River Valley. Let's yoink ourselves down. We don't have the crampons, and remember, they don't make us climb any faster. They just make that little bar on the right where my little hand is go slower. So if you're climbing up, if you got enough stamina to begin with, You can do a double, basically the length of what would be a double rope line in one shot. Yeah, the weather is going. It's been a minute since I've seen a sunny day. But it's hard to ignore. We're still not at cooking level 5. We're going back to... that's why I originally was going to bring the oatmeal with me from earlier. But I know I've got a ton of rose hips already here. I'm pretty sure... Now, I've heard rumors. Sundered Pass maybe has quite a lot of rose hips, but... This place definitely, I think, has the most anywhere. I think this region has probably the most harvestables. When you think about it, you get hundreds and hundreds of rose hips. There's tons of mushrooms. There's birch bark. There's acorns. If you count the cattails and old man's beard, it's pretty outrageous how much is laying around here. Poor Astrid, she's thirsty and hungry. We're gonna give her some coffee, which isn't exactly thirst quenching. But it'll help with the liquid meter there. There we go. I don't know if you can hear the train in the background, it's nice. I don't really hear it too often. Because I've gotten used to it. But I think it's funny, if you listen to my videos, you can usually hear cicadas. I live in Virginia, in the southern United States, and excuse me, this time of year, cicadas are just non-stop. But our train track's not too far from my house. Quarter of a mile, maybe. Anyway, if I like today, I wasn't really sure where I left off in the series. So I'll go back and I'll watch like the last 5 minutes of a video. So I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. That's right. I shot a moose. We were battling blizzards and trying to get the spare parts for the radio tower. You know. Sometimes I'll do a little bit before I stream. Like I said, I was trying to clean up the moose, but the blizzard hit us. And yeah. I hear the little cicadas in the train in the background, and it's like, oh yeah. Like I always think, like this time of year, I've mentioned, you know, but when we get to fall or winter, I'll turn the fan back off. But I got a fan going like constantly. Tell you what, Americans are good at making these box fans. Things can run for 24/7 for like 6-7 years. Why don't you turn it off every now and then and
do anything for a drink right
keep
now.
it cleaned up. Boom. Spot of energy, let's go. So again, if we had the crampons on, if you look at the bar over on the right, that would be going down much slower. So you can climb longer. It's helpful in situations where you have low stamina. Crampons, I'll definitely wear them when I go from Timberwolf to Ash Canyon. And while I'm running around Timberwolf. Super helpful. They also save you just a little bit, like you have less chance of a sprain. But I don't... When I play custom mode, I turn sprains off. Like every time. Every single time. It's just so annoying. I don't mind the mechanic or like the idea of it. I just don't like its execution. I don't think it's executed well at all. It's already weird that I can't step over this branch. You know what I mean? We don't necessarily need to be able to jump things. I'm still not sure who made that decision, but whatever. I don't think I left anything up here. Cleaned things out pretty well the last time I was here. In fact, I think I'm going to skip the gas station. Because the weather's not looking beautiful. Let's grab some sticks, though. Firewood's not super easy to get here. Not in town, anyway. Unless you're breaking down furniture. Maybe I'll risk the weather because we're so close. I'm going to grab some cedar real quick. Although this looks pretty gnarly. Okay. Actually looked like it lightened up a little bit and the wind picked
I'm not
up.
sure I
So
can carry much more.
we're getting pretty wet, but if the wind blows, we're still getting wet, but we're not getting as wet. Oh, I could use a couple of those guys. Put my bow away, but it's good to get. I found out that fire hardened arrows for me is a game changer. I can kill a whole pack. A pack? Is that? No, that's probably not right. Anyway, I can kill a whole bunch of ptarmigan, like the whole group, with fire hardened arrows. Regular arrows? No. And stone? I mean, it's just 50-50, really. I mean, I think I see one. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm like, I think I see one, but I can't tell, and then it moves, and then well, now I know. Are you gonna stop behind the stump? You jerk. Alright, let's give her a go. Got it! Come on, come on. Alright, look away, look away, look away, look away. Oh no. Nice. Got some ptarmigan down. Pretty sure I cleared up the mushrooms and everything from back that way. There's probably still some, oh, you know what? We might. Do I hear more? They're weird. Sometimes only some of them will fly away. Sometimes like that. I might have gotten one that was kind of isolated. Yeah, there's definitely more. Hey, Bon Bon. What you doing? Maybe they're over here, and he got split up and came over this way. Oh, I think I see one. I see one. All right. Yeah, of course. The minute I clock them, is the second they got to move. Where are you going? Why are you going that way? Don't go that way. Okay. Oh. All right. Come on. Just chill right there. I think we'll get a good. Yeah. Bounce from the road. Nice. Look away. Look away. Look away. Yep. Good news for pizza. Alright. I might try to get a bunny. If we're gonna be... if we're murdering the local populations anyway, I don't see... I don't see why I wouldn't get one for some rabbit pies. A few delicious rabbit pies. Pardon me, sir. Would you mind bouncing in my general direction? I can't believe I got lucky and they split up. They do. That's a good thing to note, though. They do occasionally split up, and you can find one uh, that's away from the group, which is a classic hunting technique. Isolate the weak ones. Take them out. I think I'm going to try to get one of these over here, because it's a little closer to where I'm going. Although they're headed in the wrong direction. Come this way. This looks like a cool place to be, doesn't it? Yeah, come right directly at me. Just keep coming straight at me. Just right at me. Oh, you jerk! This game. Tell me that's not programmed in. That happens way too often. The second you get an aim on your deer or whatever. Suddenly the bunny knows it's time to go. I don't like this hill. Maybe right there. Eh. I'm coming for you. I know you're coming back. We get you on the downslope this time. That's right. Eh. Come here. Alright, look away, look away, look away, look away. Alright. Nice. Alright, so we got a little dinner. We can make some broth. Fantastic. No. We're going to use them for meat pies, so we have more carry weight. We might get 2. It's a good thing there's a lot of rocks around. And a lot of goofy bunnies. Excuse me, sir. Could you or one of your friends possibly hold still for just a minute? That'd be great, thanks. This would be super. Are you kidding me? I rolled it across the top of his head. It like parted his little bunny hair. Come on, let me go. If I don't get this one, I'm done. We're done. Let's grab a mushroom. We'll make some rabbit stew. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have that recipe. Get out of here. I don't even want to look at you bunnies. I'm humiliated. I feel like the rock throwing skill, it comes and goes. Hey. You're on top of the car. That's pretty cool. I already got the... What time is it? Nah, not tonight. Yeah, let's make another day of it. Because when I finish putting the parts in, we'll have an Aurora that night. Remember, it's not when you throw the switch, it's when you put the last part in. Back to Grey Mama's house. What kind of meat's sitting? We should have a lot of moose meat, so I don't really need that deer. I got the rabbits now. Oh yeah, we're good. Astrid, you hungry, right? Welcome to the land of moose. Now, if you weren't here last episode, we got the moose right behind Grandmother's house. Right back there. So that's where the moose lives. One of the new places the moose lives. If you didn't know, I forgot I got all this delicious oatmeal on the porch too. Alright, what's in my pockets? Let's grab another moose steak for later. Yeah, I'm good. Sun's going down. Let's get junk out of our pockets. Let's check on them. I mean, I know this. It's got to be ready, right? I did. It was a quick trip, though. I did make it. I spent a little time in mystery. I figured maybe we're on day 12.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
That's what we're working on. Look! Oh my god, it's not even done yet. My estimation was way off. Way off. So that means we're almost through day 9. So we got like one more day to go. A day and some change. That's hilarious. So I dropped it. Did what I needed to do here. Got out. Got to mystery. Checked mystery. Checked the dam. Went to Coastal Highway. Got the parts. Killed another moose. And back in less than 10 days. I'm impressed with myself right now. Alright, closed cabinet, you're still doing good. We got any crap for you? Nope, nope, nope. I'm impressed. I hustled. That's what that means. Did not dilly or dally. Oh. Alright. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I cooked up all the mushrooms we had last time. Look at all this. And, alright, so you see we got 296 rose hips here. I still haven't picked up all the rose hips off this map. I know I haven't. And look at this pile of... There's a bunch of them in this pile. We used to get our cooking skill up. That's a reishi. Get out of here, reishi. You get the point. So many rose hips. So many rose hips. What are we going to do? Did I leave a book here? It looks like it did. Got a 25-hour skill book. Got a carcass harvesting one. I think that's 5. We'll probably do that one. Pistol. Archery. And I could use the archery score. Let's grab that. For sure. I could do some sewing. What's left to get mended? A few things. Yeah. Probably do a little mending while we're here. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll clean the animals after dark. We'll see how things go. Let's read first. Well, we got the daylight. I can definitely get 2 hours in. I don't think I can get a third in. We'll give it a shot, though. Nah, it's going to cut out. Yeah. Alright. These should be properly thawed. They take a very long time. Maybe I should have read that carcass harvesting book. Yeah, I don't think you get the points until you finish the book, though. And you... That'll be just enough meat. I think you can make at least one set of pies. And then where's the other one? Didn't I get 2 ptarmigan? Am I crazy? Did I hit the wrong button and let it go? Pretty sure I cracked its neck. Hey, there we go. I'll take that. Maybe I dropped it outside. I didn't like... No. Alright, let me peek outside. The only thing I can think of is I just like I must have set it down either somewhere like on my way here. Did anybody see what happened? Oh, I missed somebody saying hello. What's up, Murder Drones? How you doing? Nice to hear from you.
Drop any of this gear.
Sorry I missed you saying hello. Let's see. Ptarmigan. Ptarmigan. You don't really... I'm confused. Now, if I had... You can let him go. But I'm pretty sure I broke his little, you know... neck. So how does that work? Anyway, alright, let's go to bed. Poor Astrid. He's had enough of my crap. Look, you, sir, are a bit on the crappy side today. There we go. Alright, who loves moose meat? Astrid loves moose meat. Yeah, we got plenty of water now. I'm assuming I'm not even really going to be able to start the moose hide until well, I guess it's technically today now, tomorrow. Go to sleep, Astrid. Where she starts yelling at me. Just so tired. They're both a little dramatic, alright? Okay. Good and rested. Decently early in the morning.
I can carry much more.
Astrid's not sure she can carry much more. Let's see what the big deal is. You know, like those in there. Hopefully I've got some ptarmigan down here. I guess I'll look for some on the way. Yeah, we got a little bit. The thing about the coastal places like Coastal Highway, Crumbling Highway, and Desolation Point won't have ptarmigan. Like, at all. So you have to go to Pleasant Valley. We'll have to go to Ravine. I don't know if they're in Ravine, but definitely Mystery Lake. Probably here. To get a good amount. I knew it. I knew I left some mushrooms here. Alright, so what I could do is take the spare parts up to the tower. Get the tower ready for tonight. Head up there this evening. and then goof around here for the rest of the day. Whoops. I kind of like that idea. It was a good torch, right? Yeah, it was a good torch. So, wait, I'm missing a wire. Oh, come on. Oh, no, never mind. Woo! Alright, so I got enough fuses for the next round. Where's the scrap metal? I'm assuming I put it down on the ground somewhere. Yes. I mean, I just had scrap metal. A little panicky. We're getting there. That's everything else I need. Let's go put this together. I do have the fuses for Forlorn Muskeg, so that's cool. We'll bring those and some of the scrap metal with us. The only thing I'll be missing for that one is wires. Hopefully, maybe we can find some while we're there.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Alright, we're back. Hey, First Doom. I also play Outward. Okay. I like to be Outward. Oh, man. Let me think. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put it together. We'll have a Aurora tonight. We'll take care of that. I think I'll just sew today. Try to get mending up. We'll get mending up. We'll make a few teas and get them ready for the 6-burner. Oh, I bet you're saying thinking forward. Yes, I do. I like to plan ahead. Sometimes it takes my brain to get there. Yes, I'm always trying to think a few steps ahead. It keeps things interesting for me, interesting for y'all, hopefully, and alive. Just because the wolves aren't trying to chew on me doesn't mean I can't die in this playthrough. Also doesn't mean the wolves won't chew on me. Or bears at least some point. I mean, I'm always get attacked by a bear a couple times each playthrough, each series. I've been lucky though. I've made a lot of episodes and I haven't been moose stomped, which used to be my regular thing in a really long time. But yeah, planning ahead in this game, absolutely essential. The best days are like what's coming up. So I'm trying to get this stuff done because I'm thinking about getting the tails done. But if I was here just for the moose hide bag, that's fun because you can mend, you can explore, you can gather firewood, you can maybe build something with the tools or whatever, you know. I like those days, you know, where there's, you know, it's basically a blizzard for 3 days and you might as well do stuff that you can. Alright. Why are my hands still bloody? See what I'm talking about? We still got glitches, let's be honest. Bare, bloody hands. Now there's something that'll be interesting. So I wonder if in Black Frost they'll add some new survival mechanics. If they'll go deeper into like the survival genre, because a lot of stuff has been added in the past 10 years. So will we need to keep our bodies clean? You know, they've added scurvy in and vitamin C, which is, again, a big part of survival. A lot of survival games. I wouldn't say quite recently, but in the past few years for certain. But yeah, I wonder if we'll have like more, a more in-depth calorie counter. Will we have like to make sure that we're getting vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin A? Because remember, we don't get a lot of sun in this game. I told you, it's been like I literally cannot remember the last time we had a sunny day. So the clearest weather I've had has been during auroras. Now I want to say I gathered up cloth already. The last time I was here, so I think we should just be able to go into the cabinet, pick out a bunch of clothes. We'll sew them all up, get the mending score. I mean, mending's doing pretty good for this early game. We already got mending 2. I always say get mending 2 as soon as possible. You're just going to have a much better chance, a higher percentage rate of success. Yeah, carcass is going well. We got a book. For that, we got cooking almost up there. We got the 6-burner stove. We might do something with that while we're here. At least make teas. Poor archery. But we got books, so that should put us over 2. Michael's been doing the heavy lifting for the most part. But yeah, I like mending at level 3 because when mending's at level 3, not only is it almost 100% every single time you mend something, so you don't have to worry about failing and wasting any materials or anything, but you also get a 10% bonus to what you mend. So even if you only ever get to level 3, I mean, like I said, I think level 2 is just as important as getting your cooking and your carcass harvesting up. Level 2 on mending. But level 3, I've said before, it's the luxury you kind of want to shoot for. Oh, you know what? Let's eat oatmeal. Because I will probably make more oatmeal, let's be honest. Again, with the 6-burner stove, might as well do it. Check the water situation on the inside. There should be a good bit. We'll see porridge for a bit. Cold, frozen porridge. No, we'll take it inside and thaw it out. It'll be delicious. It's my favorite kind of oatmeal. Recently frozen. Alright, let's see. We need something to drink. There she goes. Poor Astrid. She's tired of my mess. So we got a little bit right here, but there should be a decent pile right here. Yeah, we got some water for making teas and oatmeal. Good. We'll probably still cook some more. You can see cooking pots. And water making isn't going to be an issue. Firewood, though. We're doing alright on that, too. Let's see. Yeah, we can drop a couple pieces right now. And that for later. Alright. Yeah, let's see how much cloth is in here. 20.
If I can drop any of this gear.
Alright, we'll do the socks, hat. But basically, I just try to go through, and it doesn't really matter. Like, this isn't necessarily clothes. The ski gloves can come in handy. This isn't necessarily I'm saving these clothes for the long haul or anything. Eventually, I can just tear all this stuff up for cloth. Nothing wrong with having backups, obviously. Especially for some of these, like the work pants and that kind of stuff. Those are good clothes to have around. Mittens as well. But really, I'm just doing this for the score. We'll try to do the quick stuff first. Socks and gloves are usually pretty fast, you know. I think junk socks are the fastest, right? Just like 10 minutes. Some of the hats, maybe. I haven't had a failure yet. I'm telling you, get it up to level 2. It's a pretty big game changer. Now I'm going to hit this one again because it only takes 1 cloth to repair, and a lot of coats actually take 2. And a light shell is pretty nice. It's not. I don't. It's better than a windbreaker, right? So it's good to have around a spare. The ski gloves. A lot of times later game, I like to switch these out. So I'll have like a 2 outfits. I'll have an outfit for like the really cold weather, and then I'll have an outfit for like I'm just gonna run over to the traders and drop some stuff off. So I'm a little more lightweight, basically. I don't know if it's a full blizzard, but the weather sounds awful outside. I like the sweatshirt, 1 piece of cloth. Should do that just fine. Because again, that's not something that's... Oh, there's my first fail. Socks tend to fail a lot, I think. Socks and underwear. Let's do the pants real quick. Move side. 98%. So, I was thinking, yeah, it's going to be, you know, um, an Aurora tonight. So if we get it up there and back quick enough and don't burn up too much energy, might be able to pull off even working on this a little bit this evening. I think it's a blizzard. So I think what I want to do, I was hoping to leave. Honestly, let's drop all this clothing. Now I'm just going to start leaving this stuff on the ground, especially anything that I've already sort of repaired. I don't want to mix it up with what's in the cabinet. For the most part. I'll pop those back in there. Probably get those cleaned up before we leave, but... It's oatmeal time! Nummy nom noms. Grab a drink. And I think we'll read for a while. See if I can get this book out of the way. Oh, it's only 1 more hour. Oh, shoot. Yeah. We'll grab that, and then, we'll finish that, and then we'll start on the carcass harvesting boat. Nice! I told you, archery level 2, just like that. You know, we've got the rifle and the pistol, but again, we have the low, very low loot table. So bullets, we'll probably end up with a decent amount of revolver bullets. I might probably do 1 episode where you know, or 1 part of the series where I go and I make some more bullets. That's further, yeah, that's longer term goals. The bow's going to be essential, is what I'm saying. The sooner we can get that archery skill going, the better. I will take it, but for now, oh, you know what? There it is. Alright, so we do have a hacksaw here. We got a cool thermos. Put some coffee in there, I suppose. Alright, I have pretty much, yeah, everything I need to go on this adventure. I just need the weather to calm down. And I think it just did. Let's kill another hour, though. There's the Aurora. Let's go. Yeah, I knew the blizzard would have to stop because triggered the Aurora. We're gonna go get some lore and some canned corn. You can never have too much canned corn. Although I think it's in a recipe, right? I don't know. We got a lot of time on this playthrough. I really want to make this a long playthrough. Uh, the side missions playthrough I was talking about earlier that kind of got busted. I was around 200 days. Let's go. Look at this beautiful game, y'all. Every now and then, every episode, I like to take a moment and just say, hey, look at this. You get to play a survival game, sandboxers, role players, storyline-ish, however you want to play it. Custom mode, interloper mode, custom interloper mode where it's even harder. Super easy pilgrim mode. This game's got it all for everybody. Pretty much all ages, pretty much all types of people. Yeah, some of my favorite content is like the really hardcore challenge, interloper runs, you know. Love to watch it. Again, I watch people who do channels kind of like mine where it's mostly passive, instructional. You know, our Pilgrim for Noob series is probably one of my longest, biggest series. One of my favorites, too. And then one of my most popular videos is a video on Pilgrim the Custom Mode. That's the name of that video. And I just go over all how, basically how each difficulty works in detail, what affects what the weather's like, what the temperature increases are going to be, you know, all that stuff. A little more careful with the Aurora Wolves. Again, we're pretty safe. Of course, now that we bumped them, we're going to bump them again and again, more than likely. We'll try to go up this side of the hill. Avoid that if possible. Yeah, the long dark for me. I mean, I played a lot of open world survival games. I've played a lot of open world games, period, and RPGs. And you get a lot of the, you know, specificity. There's people who want to be specialized. Say it's a game is like this, it's like that. You have to do it this way. But I never really feel like the Long Dark community in particular, or the game itself, lends itself to that. I mean, obviously there's, you know, there'll always be, I only play Interloper Vanilla, I don't even have the DLC. Just like there's Voyager players that's all they're ever, you know what I'm saying? But there, excuse me, I need a drink. There are a lot of options. And a lot of content showing the different ways to play this game. You are super annoying. I kind of want to just... Wait, am I off? I'm off, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was thinking it was before Blue Trailer, but it's after Blue Trailer. I want to hang this left, not the one we took earlier. No, I don't remember going back here earlier, so we'll look for anything that's, you know, any saplings or anything. We're making decent time. Let's go ahead and we'll eat a pie. So we can get some nice trippy psychedelics going. Make this night even more beautiful. But when you look at it, even the basic modes, you know. I mean, I've died in Pilgrim mode. I've died in Interloper a lot. You know, but like, you know, they added Misery mode. The Cheek Death mode. I guess what I'm saying is you could argue that, like Fallout 4 or something like that, Skyrim, you know, Elder Scrolls type stuff, is sort of made, at least in some degree, made a specific playable way. You could argue. This game never really has embraced one particular, you know, type of way of doing things. I must be confused. I have completely missed. Where is the cave? Maybe the psychedelics are affecting my vision. It's back here, right? I thought it was. Maybe I did miss it. I'm not trying to burn energy, but. I'm also not trying to be out here all night. Is it just tucked up in here and I can't see it? That's what it is. It's so dark. Goodbye, Milton. That was rough. I mean, just to be honest, this isn't like. I really only go this way for Tails, honestly. Save the fuel. We'll look around for coal and whatnot, but it'll be better for me again to grab it. We might grab like 2 pieces just in case weather. No, we got an Aurora. Yeah. All night too, so. Don't need to focus too much on that right now. We'll grab any goodies on the way back. We come back with our canned corn and our lore dump. Yeah, here we go. Good. Yep, I was also hoping that I could replace my flare. For the trip back, sorry buddy, it didn't work out too well. You know, the problem is, the torch really does look the best. The flare and the lamp give off a bit of a glare, you know what I mean? In certain areas in particular. Caves, it's brutal, right? At night, it's brutal, just wandering around. But like, if you use a torch at night, it actually looks pretty decent, you actually get a good visual. Same thing in a cave. But like, the flares and the lamp... could be better. Now, if you... I know where I'm going, but if you have the radio on, if you go that way, there is like a cache, like a whatever, a buried cache you can grab. We're going to the bunker, though. I'll tell you what. We don't really need that. Is it here? Nope. Here. Alright, so you see I pointed in that direction. That showed me where the cache is. We switch to the blue. It's pointing me in this direction. And that's where our bunker is. Pizza knows where the bunker is. But we might as well use the tools that were given to us here for the demonstration. I assume this ice is safe. I never really had any issues here. Just curious, how much mending did we get? Not too bad. A little over halfway there, I think. Just barely over halfway. We'll do more mending in Pleasant Valley when we go to the plane crash. And that'll probably get me over to level 3. Plus, I can do some in Coastal Highway with the clothes we find there. Between those two places, we'll definitely get to level 3. Anyway, on the way here, I usually just stick to the left. On the way back, you've got to go a slightly different way. But just for a minute. We're getting closer, y'all. The tension is mounting. Right. As long as you just kind of work this edge, duck down, you should be fine. I wonder if it's up here. What? A suspicious looking mound of snow. Then, peace and quiet. Alright, let's get in the hatch. Let's do the things. Now, we'll go through and, we'll do the lore. We will read the books and do the things. Get a little save, though. It'll be nice when we get inside. We'll walk around with the lantern in just a minute. I should have brought the flashlight. But sometimes there's a flashlight in these places. Cool. Now there's the stuff we're going to need for the four-alarm muskeg one. Again, I'll do a good look around here in a minute. Just want to grab everything I can just kind of grab right now. Alright, here we go. Our first interview transcript. You guys ready? Here comes the lore.
Session 14, Project Medical Officer interviewing Patient 7. Return to the first instance. What did you see?
It was at the beach. Just pictures in my head, feelings. One of those beaches where the sand goes way down to the water, no drop off. I remember a gray day and dark water, no wind, no waves. I was alone, looking around a lot. I didn't understand what was happening. What do you think when you're that little? Always wondered why it was that day, that trip, that stuck with me.
Focus on the ending, the final frame.
they lost me. Just a little kid.
I was just a boy. I just a boy. But truthfully, yeah, I was hoping to walk out of here with hopefully enough fuses, maybe. Oh, hey, night ones. Move that over to the house anyway. You know,
Best be prepared for anything.
to do at least one more, and then get the bits and bobs from there. The only thing I'm worried about with this loot table difficulty, basically pretty much guaranteed on any loot table other than Interloper, that there's going to be a battery kind of right where you need it. Oh, no, wrong button. Oh, canned ham. I forgot about canned ham. Delicious. Well, let's do a little more searching before we do a little more mooring.
Looks like this has been here a while.
The water in here is no good. Don't use it. There she is!
Could end up being useful.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, people of all types and ages, contain your excitement as the can of corn has appeared. And some miter soup. I think this water is pretty nasty as well. Oh, there
I'm
she
sure I can
is.
carry much more.
Delicious, 80 some odd %. Practically the world's fanciest corn. Y'all ready? Floor dump.
The island hasn't been making our lives any easier. Hauling loads from the coast to the inland bases has been slow and costly. And people are starting to notice our operation around the airfield and mine. It's getting harder to stay under the radar. But the character of the locals, both here and far inland, seems in our favor. There aren't any helping hands. Outsiders get ignored and then forgotten. And we play the part.
Sorry, I was playing on my phone. Yeah, what they said. Now you know it was Colonel Mustard on the island with an Aurora machine or something like that. Yeah, I don't think there's ever really anything behind these curtains or anything. Alright, let's turn the lantern on. Get that good light. Oh, there's a radio in here. You can live in here. I think you can decorate in here if you want. I don't think it's in a particularly... Like, if this worked, if we had some, you know, machinery that worked in here, that would be cool. Really, I was really hoping for some wires, but at least I got some of the fuses. There we go, there we go. Nice. Life is already getting better and better. But I think I have all the fuses left now
This'll come in handy.
for the rest of the signal towers. I just need to get more wires. I mean, scrap metal, if I really wanted to, I could just cut some up. Take down the shelf or something. Okay. 1 can ham and 2 cans of corn. What a score. Alright, out the door, get back home. Let's see how much of this Aurora is left.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
We got coffee and pie, y'all. Coffee and pie. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Hush River Valley, y'all. Another region. I wouldn't say explored, but entered. Right? I mean, technically, we are in Hush River Valley, right? Hey, we want to go back and we want to stick to the right again, but we're going to go lefty for a second because we have to. Oh, there's a sapling. Noise. I was hoping to find something while we were here. Again, I want to grab as many of these as possible because these were the... When the trader wants harvestables, I don't want to give him mushrooms. I don't want to give him... Definitely don't want to give him rose hips. Now, there's only so many of these in the world, but there's a lot. Right? And you can also trade birch bark. So I have a, basically an infinitely renewable source of harvestables to trade with him. But it'd be nice to have so many of this old man's beard lichen to make the trades instead. We made it to Stair Steps Lake, y'all. Huzzah, huzzah. We did it. Pocket full of canned goods. Clankety, 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 clank. You know, that's another thing I love about this game is, like, it really does, if you have a lot of water on you, you're going to slosh around. If you have a lot of pots and pans and clankety things, you're going to clank. That's fun. That's cool. But yeah, we took that little bit of, not really, like I said, we're just going to go out to the left a little bit and get back on. Now we're just going to stick to the right all the way back to where we need to dip on out of here. Probably have some punch and pie and, yeah, get to sewing. We got to get everything and move it to the, if I was thinking a little bit more, I would have brought this stuff and dropped it off at the blue trailer. Because there's a workbench there. But we got to get back, grab the stuff, and go to the farmhouse. I don't know where that much we're really going to get done tonight, but at least we'll be able to get right on it in the morning. But I want to say thanks to Doom and Murder for saying hello today. I love that Doom and Murder commented. That's awesome. Yeah, I love when people say hello. I can be a little slow. It's not like on a screen, it's just on my phone beside me. And sometimes I miss a message or two, but I try to stay on top of it. I definitely like it when people talk, interact. You can ask me questions. We can blah, blah, blah. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I wonder where that goes. I am I'd say Hush River is probably a map that I would consider myself the least familiar with. Maybe that and Sundered Pass. I just don't enjoy it here. It's like It's like a weirdly confusing big circle. It's like it's a little like Forlorn Muskeg, right? This is a big circle, kind of. But it's a maze. It's got a maze of ice caves. I don't know. It can be very confusing at times. I've ended multiple playthroughs there. Not only death, but just
drop any of this gear.
I got so frustrated and tired of it. I was like, yeah, I don't even care enough to do this right now. Just left him there. Poor survivors. Poor Astrid. She's out there, you know, 2 or 3 variations of Astrid. Listen, we do have a lot of spooky stuff in this game, so maybe, you know, well, multiple versions of Astrid in Black Frost. Depending on the choices we made. Remember those games? It really used to matter, like, what you did in this game before the second game came out, you know what I'm saying? There's a Mass Effect. Dragon's Age, before it turned into whatever the latest thing that it's been was, also did that. It's pretty cool. Oh, I'll take that for sure. This cave doesn't need fur fire. What that? And we probably won't be back here, I don't know, possibly ever. I mean, if I'm really sticking it out for hundreds of days, I'll probably get bored at some point. I'll probably get bored at some point, and yeah. I'm like, alright, let's go to Hush River and Black Rock, the 2 places I have no real plans of ever going to. But somehow I do end up there at some point. I've quit playthroughs in Black Rock too. It's right there by Pleasant Valley. I just don't enjoy the map. Yeah, I don't enjoy Black Rock at all, even though I know the map pretty well. I used to be a hater on Pleasant Valley, but now I'm all for it. Bleak is kind of annoying to get around. Desolation Point is kind of small.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Although with the moose hanging out there now, it's worth it a lot more to go hang out there. Right, I think we'll do a coffee this time. Let's do some oatmeal. There we go. I ate 2 in a row and got hardly any calories off of it. You know, I think that's an interesting thing that I don't think it's mentioned a lot in the Long Dark. And it's not even necessarily about food quality. I don't know why. I mean, it does have an effect, so if stuff is more of a poor quality, it seems to happen more often. But there is this random effect where, like, you drink a soda, you hardly get any thirst quench, or you get hardly any calories. You eat a steak, and, like, you just get a few calories. It's not based on the calories that it has. It's just a random event. I don't know if it's a glitch. Like I said, it's not really anything I've ever seen. I mean, it's not me, it's not my system, it's not my game. I mean, I know what happens to other people in the game. But for whatever reason, you can eat a baked potato and get like the full amount of what you're supposed to get from a baked potato. Eat a second one and hardly get anything on your food bar at all. Whew, that's better. Not in a KA pizza, you don't need the light. I'm having some coughing issues. Give me just a minute. Alright, I'm gonna try to speak. Almost died. It was awful. A lot of batteries, though. That's good. What do you do? Yeah, unfortunately, and I didn't really. Here's the. I had no allergies like when I was a kid. In my late teens, I would get like hay fever a little bit every now and then. Right? But I lived in a place that has a lot of pollen. Unfortunately, in my old age,
Probably useful.
I'm allergic to molds, right? And, well, hay fever tends to be a spring thing. Mold is all year round. Isn't that fun? Mold's just popping off spores all year round. But fortunately, in Virginia, the weather has been decent for the last few days. Save on my power bill, y'all. And I got the window open and the fan, so I guess they're getting me. My apologies. Oh, the wind changed a little bit. We're getting a little boost to our back here. Our backside. I'm gonna swing by the house. And get the goods to make the moose side and then head out to the farm. We might actually be able to get some work on it. It'll be kind of heavy though. The hide's like 11 pounds by itself, and then we need some food, some water. I'm pretty sure I don't really have anything out there. But hopefully, based on Pete's playstyle, I left a cooking pot out there. Hopefully. Anything for the porch? Let's lose. Yeah. Let's lose. We don't want to leave our canned corn and our canned ham outside. That's crazy. But, you know. The oatmeal came from the porch. It's oatmeal porch. So. Porch oatmeal. Yeah. That sounds better. Oatmeal porch.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Incorrect, John. Get it together. Alright, let's see. Open the fridge. This cannot get his stuff together. We can put that away. We'll put that in there for now, even though it doesn't belong. Yeah, I'll have to see what sticks are on the floor. We'll drop that there. Good. Here. That. You guys. Too. Keep the sign. You never know when the urge to sew might hit me. couple of pieces of fur. Just gonna drop those right here. We'll figure that out later. Same thing. Well, we'll take a little coal. Actually, you know what? We may take this fur. Let's see. Up top, we gotta put our canned goods away. Thankfully, man, we got some nice power bars. Those are a decent amount of calories. Good pile of sodas too. Put those.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Some crappy soup we can cook for some experience though. Got my trusty can of dog food. Here's the chips. Good enough. Right, I think that's pretty much everything I want to drop right now. But in fact, I'd rather add it. We need a little bit like this. That'll work. Well, no, actually, no. Let's make sure we got 20 there. Right, we got that. Moose side. I think it's 4, right? 4 guts. Almost forgot the sewing kits. We're walking a little slower, that's for sure. Yeah, we want to make this go... Oh. Oh, I bet they're in the cabinet. Yeah, that's a pizza move. That's painful. Really thought. I must have taken them all with me back to Mystery. This one's dead, I think. Yeah, ruined. Double check one more time. Make sure Pete's not a crazy person. He's not a crazy person. This moose side's gonna take days, y'all. Days, I tell you. Oh well. Alright. Let's get ready for a nice slow walk back. Over to the farm. I'm trying to think, like, how much do I want to slow myself down? It's like, I either make 2 trips, or I walk very slowly over there. Tonight. Because I need meat. And we're not moving too badly. Alright, that should get me started. Oh, wait. You know, it's funny because usually the all-night aurora really actually does last until right around when the sun's coming up. But I do have, this is rare is what I'm saying. I have seen occasion when you pull the trigger earlier in the day like I did on the aurora.
I'm not carry this load for much longer.
It actually cuts out before like the sun rises. Which is cool. So if I had put the last part in, let's say, right when the sun was going down, I bet we'd still have an aurora. We wouldn't be getting about to, I don't know, blizzard. Isn't that kind of like the theme? Here's what makes me concerned about this right here. Look how quickly it's changed. And that is a hallmark of a blizzard. One, you've got an inventory full of crap and you can barely move. 2, you're cleaning a moose because there's always a blizzard when you clean a moose. And 3, when it really is like even the first part of the weather change is really quick. That makes me nervous. There's no real way to predict. It could just be like this for hours, right? Anyway, we're going to use this sewing kit, every bit of it, I'm sure, to try to speed up the moose hide process, at least to begin with. And then we're going to be on needle and thread, or really fishing line, and really more like sinew and and some bent pieces of metal that look like a fishing hook. I'm actually have to pap a little bit, trying to get a little bit of like windproofing, but didn't really work. I mean, I could drop the meat on the bridge. I'm just gonna pick it up. It's tempting. I'm considering it. It doesn't have that much further to go. Got enough to get through tonight and tomorrow if I had to, even if it blizzards all day. And if it does blizzard, I can go up the road, literally, and pick up some meat in the blizzard. We've already been out here, I want to say maybe even twice at this point. So like this would be the third time. So the pickings are going to be slim, y'all. If anything, I don't really think there's anything out here. I was thinking maybe some firewood, though. The good thing about being out here at the farm, though, other than being at Grandmama's house, is that there is lots of like firewood around. So alright, where am I? There's the thing, there's the thing. It should be, what, right over here? Why do I feel so off-center? Yes, it's cold, I know. Alright, I just don't think there's enough light right now. I can do the fire barrel, but that's what I'm saying. I need firewood. Yeah. Now, that with the mini kits, this is going to take, you know, sewing kits. This is going to be a little bit more of a process than I had planned. We're waking up and we're sewing, though. We're getting this moose eye back in this episode, I'm telling you.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Yeah. Well, I left myself a pan. That's good. We got some furniture we can bust up. You can see why I was trying to bring all that meat with me. Astrid is a hungry girl. There we go. Get like 3 hours. I'm tempted to. I don't know whether it'd be better to grab firewood. Let's go see what the weather's like. Obviously, first pizza. Making plans, but you gotta at least know what it's doing outside. But yeah, if I grab a little firewood, then I can like extend this day. Whatever I lose chopping the wood, I can extend into the evening. 45 minutes to chop up a limb. Get an hour, hour and a half out of the fire. Kind of works. I mean, it's snowing a little bit. That's all right.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Yes. We'll go drop some water off. You'll feel much better. That's better. What else? Oh, we got the Mayside on us. That's what's happening. That makes sense. I didn't think this drawer would hold it, but it will. Good enough. Alright. So I know there's a bunch of sticks back here. I don't know about limbs, but we're going to go look anyway. There's one. We'll take that. Thank you. There's two. Perfect. So yeah, 45 minutes buys me like 4+ hours worth of fire. Hey, buddy. That's where all the sticks are. Let's grab sapling. Now, I have left some in certain areas. Because some of the trades that you need to make with the trader involve, like, fresh saplings. There we go. So yeah, we'll grab these 3 limbs. That'll give me like 9 hours worth of fuel. Oh, this is a fur, so it'll be even more. Because that is like 4.5 hours worth of fuel. Alright. Oh no, if this is really... Well, yeah, we could shimmy this. A little drop. There we go. Down this way. There we go. Good day to be inside. Look at this terrible snow. So we'll get the shelter, drop the plywood, and we're gonna start building our moose hide bag. Finally. But again, I am really proud of myself for the time it took for me to get from here to coastal and back. I'm pretty impressed. All right, I'm excited to be sewing. It is getting kind of heavy, but it's got to get heavy to get lighter. There we go. Look at this. All right, how we doing? We need to do some things. Oh, I gotta go get that meat. I gotta go get that meat. Yeah. Because standing around and mending still takes a ton of calories, apparently. You need to eat like 5 or 6 meat steaks a day. For some reason. I'd love to jog it out too, but I'm trying to conserve a little bit of fatigue there. But again, we'll do it all night, as long as we can. So all of the rest of the daylight hours we got for today, this evening. Hope I have enough needle and thread to finish this. We may not. Let's grab our calories. I mean, there are cattails and bunnies and all kinds of stuff nearby if I needed to. And deer pop up in these fields all the time. Wolves are a pain out here, you know. I would rather... I think it's safer to stay here than it is to stay in town. I feel like if there was actual, like a back door on the farm, it might be a little better. But yeah, they could be right there on the porch waiting to eat you, but they can do that in town as well. At least here, like, they kind of hang out more, like, out in this field. Now, I don't know if they moved the bun buns. The bun buns used to be right back there. Okay, I see one hopping around back there. Alright, perfect. We'll get back as soon as the weather starts to turn. Excellent. Now we got what we need. I guess I could have ate that potato. See what I mean? I come right up here to the barn. Get out of here, wolf. There's a storm coming. Alright, we are officially ready to sew. Let's go for 6 straight hours. 6.5. Yeah. Beat it. Real work's going on here. There we go. Alright. What do we have left? Wait, is the moose hide bag really much less time than I thought?
Feels like night is coming.
Well, it's about to be longer because of that, but I was just wondering, like, how much could I get done? Before we switch to needle and thread. Alright, so I might as well get a fire going. And just try to get this done. Oh, it's going to be so annoying. You shoot him just to make things quiet.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
I mean, that's correct, and all I need to do is, I mean, shoot. This is great. This is really great.
Oh, yeah. That's a
I
good
think I
one.
just need 2 of those. We'll just finish it up. So, just under 5. Oh, wait. Yeah, why not? We'll just make sure it's done. Maybe I'll do something with it when we're finished. Alright. Woo! Keep waiting to do that. Alright. There it is! Ladies and Jekylphanes, boys and squirrels, people of all types and ages. Moose hide satchel achieved. Now here's the thing. Do you make the improvised thingy? Do you need a workbench? No. Perfect. Okay, so we get one of those. Man, I've over prepared. Alright, first things first, let's get our satchel on. Look at that. Oh, it's not full 88 because I'm tired, but 88 pound carry weight. It's huge. It's going to make everything so much better. Wow. Found out where they hid all the vitamin C, I suppose. Collect those up. Look at me picking up all this stuff like it's nothing. Actually, I suppose I don't really need to leave all this here
Wonder if
either.
I can drop any of this gear.
It'll be more useful at the other spot. Look at me, look at me moving around like a fool. Right. Same as with this. You know what? We'll leave a couple more. There we go. Done. Yeah, I don't know why what takes that long? I guess I'm thinking of like the wolf pants or something. Takes like 24 hours or something to make. I really expected that to take much longer, and no, that is incredibly lucky. Here's what I'm thinking though. I should probably go to sleep. Get up. We'll spend the day doing chores, like, you know, get the teas cooked or get the teas made and cooked. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Look at this beautiful clear night, you guys. Look at it. You can still see the glow kind of from here on in the farm. I can at least. These gorgeous stars. 4-degree warmth bonus for holding a torch. Never forget. Pizza has all the badges but coffee. I got the coffee badge, but unfortunately I had an error in the saves. I lost all my badges. But because I have so many different playthroughs going on, when I went in and reloaded a new playthrough, or a different, not a new playthrough, that's wrong. An older playthrough, but a different playthrough, that I had badges turned on, it automatically gave me my badges back. So, loading the game, and it's like, oh, you've just gotten the Blizzard Walker challenge completed, or whatever. And I had to say, but because I use coffee so little, the coffee badge, straight to the heart, I think it's called, I didn't have a single save of that on it, so. Oh, there goes the torch. I mean, I'm surprised it lasted this long. It was pretty windy. So beautiful. I mean, as much as it is just really a hit and run kind of place, like, I come here, I loot it, I go do the radio tower like we did, and at some point I come back and grab loot that I can't take out of here with me. I don't spend a lot of time here, but it really is one of the prettier places. You know, I'll figure it out when we get inside. Oh, no. Oatmeal first. It's elegant, you guys. Very proud of my oatmeal. Grab a couple pocket oatmeals. Why not? We'll drop that. Now, I don't really know. Some things store better inside, some things store better outside, right? Most stuff stores better outside in this game. Where do carrots and potatoes land in that?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I have no idea. Oops. The floor of food keeps growing. Oh, look at it, 91 pounds, and I'm skipping along. It's so amazing. We did well on the firewood for getting all the teas and stuff. I'm gonna review my brain. The old brain box. Actually, let's get all the water in one spot. I think I left that cooking pot, right? Oh, no, I brought the cooking pot back. Wait a minute. Obviously, it'll take barely 2 hours, and we'll have more water for teas than I could possibly imagine. So. Their weight's down already. Oh, random carrot, of course. Yo, I can't tell you how just ridiculous I'm like giddy. Like a schoolgirl. I'm so happy that I got my new bag, y'all. Check the fridge. Random crap I don't need on me. Yeah, like I said, luckily, you know, In my head, I really thought it was going to take a couple days. I planned for it. And the coal. I don't have any. I know there's some at the other spot, so at least some here. Let's see. Doop 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 doop. I guess we go to bed. Oh, yeah. If I'm not leaving today, it sounds pretty quiet outside though. It's so tempting, but I got like, I mean, here's the thing though. I got the carry weight to get some of this stuff out of here to play with. Oh. Woo! That helps a lot. Okay.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
I'm not taking all this food with me or anything. I'm just getting it out of the fridge so it doesn't despawn. That's all. Well, actually, no, I'm keeping those on me just because I have a tendency to leave things like that behind, and that was like a major goal out of all this, is to try to get a bunch of coffee here. All right, so I'm trying to decide whether should I pack up just to kind of see. What's going with me, because I'm looking around. I mean, other than this sapling, getting some of these guts and stuff out of here would be nice. Like 6, let's say. I keep meaning to tear this up. I'm just trying to think of, like, how important is the cooking skill to me right now? Not that important. I swear I keep. I'm gonna drop this. There we go. I mean, I will be back here probably in a month or so. A lot of flour here. Now, eventually we'll be trading for flour, so I don't really need too much. Wouldn't hurt to have a spare cooking pot. Alright, what's in here? I need... See, I got a ton of those. That'd be nice to get those on out of here. I'd like to have all that. I say, I think that's going to put me over. Forgot about the books. I should really get those. Alright, what can we lose? Could come in handy, but I mean, I'll tell you what. We'll leave the flower. We'll leave the flower. We'll leave the flower. I don't want to. But honestly, it's not a bad idea. Huh. Alright. So we got an MRE. Some porridge, a little bit of meat. Did I really drop like 8 pounds? Okay, good. What else can we get? Now I know I have enough for the next signal tower. I'm thinking about grabbing all the mushrooms. I wish I could get some more of these sodas out. They're not that essential, you know. There's better things I can spend my time on, I suppose. And of course, there's all the rose hips, but that'll be on a return trip. Oh, let's get the bullets out of here. I mean, tons of fuel would be nice to get out, but do I want the flashlight? It does weirdly come in handy sometimes. I mean, I feel like I should push it to the limit. There we go. Alright. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, I think I have enough goods to get out of here. And make the trip feel like it was... I mean, it was all about the... Let's face it. It was all about the moose hide bag, everybody. It was all, I wouldn't mind another cooking skillet, too, but we'll see what our luck turns out. Alright, we're out of here. We're gone. That's it. I can't really think of anything else I need to do. There's stuff I could do, but need to do? No, not right now. We won't have a 6-burner stove and Coastal Highway, but there is one in Pleasant Valley, which is pretty close. Weather's good. I can walk there in like less than a day. Alright. Here's the plan. Perfect. Oh, I forgot about all these pies, right? I mean, those aren't edible, right? No. Alright, now we're good. Yeah, don't worry about it, pizza. Let's go! Long stream, you guys. Been going for quite some time. We're not done yet. I mean, we might even have like another 20, 30 minutes, but we're getting there. Towards the end is what I'm saying. I have talked and talked and talked. I need a caffeinated beverage with some ice in it. My stomach's a little growly. Probably use a little something to eat. But fun stream. Lots of people watching, checking it out. At least, popping in and out. I'm saying hello, which is like my favorite thing. So. We're having a good time, and lots got done. I am really impressed with, like I said, my timing is pretty swift. Now, I did overcalculate. Let's see, the length of time. All right, so yeah, day 31, we left for Coastal Highway. We get to Coastal Highway. Kwanzaa Garage. As soon as we arrive at Kwanzaa Garage, we kill a moose. We leave basically the next night. Dip through, straight to Mountain Town. Do the signal tower. Moose High Bag. Let's go. And how many days was that? I'm sorry. That was the point. I got a little excited. So we left from here. Alright, so we left on the 29th. So, wow. 8 days. In 8 days, we left here. We went to Mystery. We looked around for parts. We looked around the dam for parts. I said, forget it. We went through Ravine. We went to Coastal Highway. We shot a moose the day we got there. We cleaned up what we could. We got a moose hide, some guts, and a little bit of meat. And found the parts we needed. Didn't stick around. We haven't really explored Coastal Highway yet. Bounced. Ran through Mystery. And here we are 2 days later in Milton going back after getting the bag complete. So kudos to myself on speedrunning this one. Not on purpose, just kind of happened. This is exciting, y'all. Because from here, I mean, we really get to move on. So we're gonna go to Mystery today. We're gonna, like I said, I'll end the episode when we get to, we get to the camp office. We drop some stuff off. I'll say hellos, goodbyes, that kind of things. And then, yeah, we'll end the episode there. And the next episode, we're gonna leave Mystery with the toolbox. And get set up for living there. I really want that quail, but too heavy. There's 2 of them in front of me too. But I'm gonna get the fire hardened arrows, get a new bow made, get a travois made. I mean, we're getting so much done. So that's what we're gonna do in Mystery. We're gonna get the travois made, get the fire hardened arrows made. I know I got a bunch of feathers hanging around there. Here comes the fog, of course. And look, I might not have done anything with those harvestables. But when I come back here, I will more than likely have a 99-pound carry weight because I'm going to get the tech backpack. So here's the plan. Like I said, we get the Coastal Highway, we set up, we do some trades, get that going. And then eventually when I've got a few shelves built, maybe the bed and everything, well, because I got a bearskin ready to go at the Mystery Lake camp office, so we'll use that. Anyway, yeah, get a nice setup in Coastal Highway, at least get it started. Then I'm going to bug out to Pleasant Valley, pretty much run through it straight to the exit, or yeah, to go to Timberwolf. Go to Timberwolf, do a little setup at Crystal Lake, leave straight from there as soon as possible to go to Ash. Do a little, there's some good loot and stuff to look around for. We'll do a little looting and looking around at Ash, but we'll go for the backpack. Right. And then head back from Ash Canyon. May tackle. What am I looking at here? Have I looked in the cave? May tackle the plane crash. We'll see. Yeah, I was in here. Alright, good. Where's the robe? It's super foggy. But probably the best way to handle Timberwolf, honestly, would be to come back from Ash Canyon, go back to Crystal Lake, drop off whatever loot I picked up from there. I'm a little lost, but you know you can only get so lost in here. We'll find a rope eventually. But yeah, go to Crystal Lake, drop stuff off, and then go back and hit the plane. It is, in my opinion, the smarter move. But it depends on what my carry weight's like. If I don't find anything in Ash Canyon, there's no real point to it. I'm so irritated with myself right now. I feel like it's like, do I really just need to sit somewhere and kill some time so I can see to get out of here? Like, how have I screwed this up so poorly? Where's the rope climb? I don't think it's here. I mean, I feel like even if I just could find like the cliffside, I'd be alright figuring out how to get to it. The sad part is, it's not even that foggy. There it is. Well, I wasted a decent amount of time and energy on that, but whatever. We got pies. This would be in forage. A little bit of water. Let's get out of here. But yeah, we'll hang out in Timberwolf. Maybe get a wolf. I mean, not a wolf, a moose or a bear while we're there. I mean, I want to spend some time in Timberwolf. Crystal Lake's like my favorite place. Oh, hopefully it's not foggy on the other side. After we transition out of here. But Timberwolf, again, because Crystal Lake, like, basically you go to the plane, you loot it, and you just fill your inventory up till you can barely walk, and then you mountain goat down, and then you got a ton of stuff in Timberwolf. But because the exit to Pleasant is so close, we can double up. We can use a travois to get a bunch of junk out of there, take it to where the ledge is, climb up and down it a couple times to get a bunch of loot out of there, and get a bunch of loot to Pleasant Valley, which will be easy to hit multiple times coming from Coastal Highway. By the time we get back from that adventure, we'll have 99-pound carry weight, we'll have a bunch of stuff from Timberwolf, Ash Canyon, and Pleasant Valley, all corralled into one place. And like I said, Pleasant Valley would be a good place. It's close by to get into and out of a place where we can get ptarmigan. And if we're having trouble there, we can come to Mystery. And if we're having trouble in Mystery, we can come here to Broken Railroad. Do a big ptarmigan hunt. That would be kind of fun. Just do it like a... It's like having a rabbit run, you know. You have a ptarmigan run. It just involves several maps. Oh, this is perfect, you guys. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to leave. I'd really rather get back and get back into Coastal Highway and really like. I feel like just mostly like all I'm doing is prep work for like the actual game, the actual playthrough. And I love Coastal Highway. I did a series called Coastal Nightmare, where before they made the changes, all the many changes, they made to the game, like where beachcombing becomes, you know, very sort of overpowered now. The Trader in Coastal Highway, the Moose that just can't help itself in Desolation Point, that kind of stuff. So it kind of ruined that whole experience. But basically, I was supposed to be region locked. And so it'd be like, okay, can you survive forever in Coastal Highway? I knew the answer was yes already, but once they made it so that, like, I mean, I would never need to make arrows again. I could just find them on the beach. Yeah. Kind of ruined the whole point of that series. That's all I'm saying. This is a good series too. Got a bunch of views. Go check it out if you'd like. I think it has its own playlist. 20+ episodes, I believe. Yeah, if you like long series that are going to be hours and hours and hours long, Pizza's the guy. This episode's pretty long. I occasionally do 3-4 hour episodes, but generally I try to keep it between like an hour and a half to 2 hours. There was just a bunch of stuff I wanted to get done today. I've had trouble streaming lately. The streams have been cutting out, so it's working right now. Oh, it crashed.